Okay, so here's what it's going to look like. I got to put the... Okay, we're going to sit down at the bench and we're going to solder up some wires and stuff and get the battery pack ready. First thing I'm going to do is work on the battery pack here. Solder the wires and the plug-in. I found a plug-in, like I say, I salvage everything in it. Two wire plug-in so I can go negative and positive on that. Got the battery pack here. Got a jumper wire to go across on the negative side here. So we're going to just put that on first. Try to, anyway. I need to plug my soldering iron in. And let me see, I want to have that sticking out a ways. What I'm doing is I'm going to bend this around and tuck that in, the long end, in case I decide to put 3 or 4 batteries in there if it doesn't last as long as I was hoping. Then I will put a couple more in parallel. That doesn't increase the voltage, it just increases the amperage or the length that it can power something. What do I want to say? Increases the milliamps of it, basically. Waiting for my soldering iron to get hot here. I should have plugged that in before I started here. Doesn't even hardly melt flux yet. It's not a high-powered soldering iron. It's a low. I don't want a. Matter of fact, I wish that was a little lower on power, so that when I'm in between stuff, I'll save that too. It doesn't overheat. Because this one here, if I leave it sit for too long, it'll overheat. I put a magnet on it so I can, plop it down on anything that's metal and it sticks. I got this little stand here that holds my solder, holds my roll of solder, and then also I can plop my iron on it right here. It's just a stand, a piece of tubing into a. I think this is a lamp holder for holding a light clamped on the bench. And it worked good for holding my solder roll and put my soldering iron on. I want to get a little flux on. I want to put a little dab of flux on both of those. You don't want to heat them up, heat the batteries up too much. They'll go bad on you. And I should actually be using a nickel strip. I have some, but not hot, quite hot enough. Just about. Oh, come on now. Cooperate. I'll put some liquid tape over the end of this when I'm done here. This one down. Not wanting to cooperate real well. Got it. which, let me see. Nope, I want this on the battery over here. Not this side. On the battery. And we'll connect that up here. Supposed to be really nice up today, so do this morning, and then probably this afternoon I'll be out and about. All right, so now this side I'm just going to tuck around just in case I want to put. It's not going to hurt anything. I'm just going to take it and fold it up, tuck it down. Okay, now the other side is the positive side. And again, we don't want the wire real long. So I'm just going to go like this. Cut it off right here. And then I'm going to avoid the solder joint. I'm going to try to strip this back right ways. That should reach across both of them. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna tin those wires. Alright, got them tinned all the way to the end. And now I'll just kind of balance that over there. Don't fall on the floor. Wrong, go stand in a corner. I wish those hands would reach around that, but unfortunately they won't. I'll see if I can just tap one at a time here. Just hold this up here. I'm going to get some solder on my iron here. Load the iron up a little bit. There we go. That didn't work so bad. And again on the other one. I'm not real good at soldering. So if I'm doing it wrong, you can tell me about it, but I pretty much self-taught. I used to put the Radio Shack kits together. That's pretty much how I learned. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat those with, I'm going to unplug the soldering iron now, see, because it continues to get too hot. And up on the rack underneath all a bunch of other stuff here. All right. And if you've never tried this liquid tape and you're doing something that you really don't want to put tape on, or is a pain to put tape on, this stuff works really good. It's messy though, so gob it on, and gob it on this side. And make sure the wire is all coated up. There we go. It doesn't take all that long to dry either, I notice. You know, it doesn't take all day to dry. All right. And I set that somewhere where it's just going to lay it off to the side. Tighten that up, might be using that again. All right. Now, the switch. I'm going to take it out of the plate. Don't need the plate. And this is a salvaged switch too. How can you tell? And plug my iron back in. I need to buy a better iron. That's just an El Cheapo. I mean, I bought the very bottom of the line, so get what you pay for sometimes. I'm going to try to unsolder these wires and get rid of them. And then solder on 2 red wires. 2 pieces of red wire, because that's going to be the hot. And then that. Oh, and I did decide to put the timing light out here too. So it'll be the red power light and timing light charging port in the switch. Let's see, is that going to be long enough? That should be long enough. A little short piece of red going over to the board. Don't want to get too short with them, because then you can't move them around much. You can tuck the wires in. Nobody's going to see underneath there anyway, unless you lift it off. And I'm got to remember to look for some small springs, clamps or something, to trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to hold that down. You know what I could do is I could put a bracket on the side and then a couple pins. I don't know, I'll have to think about it. I don't want to get too fancy. Just want something easy. Okay, so this positive wire is the inside, which is this one right here. I marked it red. I'm going to double check it just to make sure. Just make a quick determination if that's correct or not. So this is the inside one. I'm saying, yep. I ordered regular connectors, but they're coming from China, so they'll probably be not. They probably won't make it, because I think they've banned all the imports thanks to the virus that's going around, which I need to dab some. Sometimes when the solder won't melt like that, it just doesn't get, put some flux on it right away. Helps transfer the heat. Like that. Oh. Okay. switches ready to go. Now, I need to figure out which ones I want to go with. Okay, the center is the power, and then either side. All right, that's easy enough. The center one is the one where I want to put the red. Trying to grip it by so it doesn't escape on me again. Put it through the little lasso hole. Come on now. Cooperate. Load up some, put some solder on the iron. There we go. Now, that goes, oh, this one goes to the battery. Darn it. Put it in the wrong spot there. Now I gotta get it back off of there. Darn it. So this can go on either side. The power goes in the center. I guess I could have put the power on the other one, but I didn't really want to do that. Let's tin this wire first. There we go. Makes it easier to put it through the right there. Balancing act. Guys are getting bored yet? Oh, poop. Getting ahead of myself here. Gotta wait for it to cool down a little bit, you dummy. Now I got a little bit in there I gotta clip out. I got a fingernail clipper out here just for that kind of stuff. Laying in all the there. And clip off that little tab that of the end of the wire here that's pointing out that way. It would never come over, touch it as long as it stayed soldered or whatever. So, all right, now this one goes to the power, which will be, well, actually, I need to solder a piece onto that because that has to go to that and the LED. To that plug-in that we just soldered on. So it'll have to go to this. And then it has to have this put on first, or otherwise I won't be able to get that on. Yeah, big dummy. So put it back into plate. Okay, so which way do I have on? That's on. Up. That's good. That's what I want. And a little screwdriver in here. Oh, I'm gonna cut away here. Okay, I decided I wanted to put a my resistor in here too for the LED light. But before I attach that to the LED light, I'm gonna put a piece of heat shrink on that, I believe. I can go get my heat shrink. I could just coat it with liquid tape also, but I think a little piece of heat shrink will work. Just go over that. And I go to the next size smaller. Doubt it. Doubt if it'll go over the resistor. Oh yeah, it will if I push on it. Okay. It didn't really need to be that long. I'm going to cut that down. Cut her down. Oop. And this is the positive wires. I think it goes on the short end. The LED, I believe. Just talking to myself. All right. So, and here's the LED. Let me check. That's the positive. I just wanna. Oh. Okay, so this is the negative, I believe. And this is on. That's on. Wow, I am backwards, see? I can never remember that. The long end is the positive end. Alright, so that's on, that's off. Let me guess, that switch isn't working now. Oh. That would bum me out. Well, let me check it out. I thought I checked it before I salvaged it. Ah. Hello?
Hard account. We have made several attempts to reach you. This is your final courtesy call before we are unable to lower your credit card interest rate. Press 1 to speak to the department.
Thank you for your response. We would now like to transfer you to a full taker for just a few more questions. Please stay on the line.
Thank you so much for responding along. How are you doing today?
Okay.
I believe you pressed one to get the lower interest rates, right?
What credit card are we talking about?
Talking about your master.
I don't have a MasterCard. I have a Visa card.
Yes, you're talking about your Visa card on which you carry the balance of more than $3,000, right?
Yeah, I think I got about 9,000 or 10,000 on it.
Yes, sir. And the interest charges what you are paying on this card is above 10%, and I hope you know this, right?
Well, I make payments, but it doesn't seem like it's coming down very fast.
Yes, so as you pay your bills on time and you have good credibility, so Master and Visa are dropping down the interest rate less than 3%, close to 0%. So in that way, you can pay off the balances quicker and faster, all right?
Okay.
in order to pull out the recent billing statement, so what I'm going to do is just to pull out the recent billing statement. I'm going to let you know like how much balance you owe, what's the last payment you made, the next minimum payment required on you, how much it's going to save you, and what will be the lower interest rate. So for that, like from which bank did you got this Visa card?
What's that?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What did you say?
Like from which bank did you got this Visa card?
How much do I owe on it?
No, from which bank did you got this Visa card?
From the local bank.
It's a local. So for the pulling out the recent billing statements of the Visa card, verify me the expiration of your Visa when does the card expire.
Oh, I can't remember offhand.
So you can take your time and grab your card in hand.
My card is out in my billfold in my truck. Can I go get it?
How much it takes,
Will you hold on?
how long it will take.
Well,
Sure.
I need to go out to my truck and get it. It's in my billfold laid on my dash.
Okay, I want you to grab your billing statements if you have.
I throw those away. I don't have one unless I get another one in the mail.
Sure. So I want you to grab your Visa card in hand.
Well, I got to go out and get it.
Sure.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
Ain't I nasty? they haven't caught on. Are you still there?
Yes.
I got to put my shoes on. I had to go put my shoes on and then I'll go out and get it. Yep, he hung up on me. Oh, them guys, I tell you. All right, back to what I was doing. Back to what I was doing after that short little escapade. Sometimes they'll sit there and wait for 20 minutes and I lay it down and, and I laugh and they don't get it. All right, that should be off. Okay, that's off. And that's on. That's off. I just got it back. I just got the switch in backwards. Is all. All right. Let's see if I can take it out and turn it around so it's right. I'll have it wore out just taking it in and out. Yeah, because I want it the other way. Now, all right, let's check it again. Now, should be this way. It should be off, and it is. And that way it should go, and it is. All right. Now that I have it correct, I think I have it correct. The positive wire is the long. Correct. Now I gotta check that again. See, I can't remember. So here's the policy. Positive is the short wire. So this needs to be attached to that. Well, I'll clip that off when I get done here. When they get unplugged. Yeah, unplugged. I keep the telemarketers on the phone as long as I can. They hang up on me. I don't hang up on them. And I usually give them some bullshit like that, but nope, my credit card's out in my truck. Can I go get it? If I wouldn't have said, oh, I got to put my shoes on, I think he'd have stayed on the line longer. But I usually get called nasty names before they hang up, and then I laugh at them. I had one on the the Microsoft dude on the line for well over 45 minutes messing with him, and he'd say type in www dot, so then I'd say okay, www dot, no w dot, yeah, that's what I typed in, www dot. Yeah, I had him on the line for at least 45 minutes. He was just screaming at me. He was probably thinking, boy, you're an idiot. Yeah. My entertainment for today. Alright. So now I'll just clip this extra dude hangy here that I've got. Pull this off. And then this one goes to the negative. And I'm going to coat that one with some liquid tape. Oh, tripped it on my bench. Go. Stuff stinks though. Kleenex here to make that up before I smear it all over the place. Alright. I'm thinking here. So that goes around and gets plugged into there. Now I need my that. I could just wait for them to come, but I'm going to try to solder that in place. Notice I said try. It only has to have a good solder joint in one spot, not all. It doesn't need to be soldered all the way around. It's like my soldering iron is just not staying up to temperature. it's time to get a new one. Might have to go get a new soldering iron here pretty quick. The last one that I had, and I went and got a new one, was I put a brass end on for winding my coils, which worked out great. What happens is it's not making, it's insulating itself from the, you can't get the screw out, I don't think. Well, it might be that plate sucking all the heat away. And I think that's what it is. This plate is sucking all the heat away, so. I might have to wait till the new ones come. They attach with a screw. So, or I mean with a nut on it, so. They attach like a switch. They got a nut on the back side. Well, so. I might have got it though. No. Whew, that's hot. Yeah, that's switch plate is definitely sucking it away. Alright, so what do we got here? This positive goes to the middle one. Goes to the middle one, but it also goes to this. So I need a short piece of red wire again. Thought I had a piece laying here. I will go get a piece. I want something that's fairly flexible, not real stiff. Doesn't have to be real thick. Get my clippers here. I got a piece spotted. I got a big roll of stuff I took out of a range, electric range. I saved all the wire out of it, and some of it's pretty good wire. Okay, so I want this to go to the middle of the switch. And then I'll take and try to tin this with one hand. Or I should say, without the helping hand. Come on now, cooperate. Get shorter here. I can usually do this. There we go. All right, now we'll stick that through there. Just let that lay there. There we go. Now that goes to the battery, and then eventually, when I get the new charge port, it'll go to that too. So this will have to be unsoldered and resoldered. So I'm going to cut that off about that length.